This is not 2008. What's coming is much worse, and it has already started. The global financial system is collapsing in front of us, and the G7 countries are making it worse. Let me explain what they're hiding from you and how you need to protect yourself. When the US financial system is on the path to implode on itself. US debt soared above record $37 trillion. US 30-year bond yields just hit 5% due to investors' concern and panic. Core CPI stuck above 3%, M2 money supply now growing at plus 5.1% annually. Dollar has lost 30% of value since 2020. At this pace, it loses 25% of purchasing power every 10 years. They can't print their way out this time. O2 in the UK, 30-year bond yields just hit 5.64%, their highest since 1998. That's 15x higher than the 2020 lows. When yields rise, bond prices crash gives pensions, banks, and governments holding trillions in bonds are bleeding out. This directly affects the earning class just like the 2008 crisis. And it gets worse. UK gov spending projected to hit 60% of GDP. Revenues sinking below 40% of GDP. By 2050 gives debt to GDP explodes to 274%. Interest alone equals 13% of GDP. This is fiscal collapse written into their own forecasts. This isn't just the UK. Japan 3.0y yields just broke 3.20% for the first time in history. US 3.0y yields surging to 5%. France hitting highs not seen since 2011. The entire G7 bond market is rejecting central banks. This is why the current financial system is broken. Central banks printed endlessly and are trapped gives cut rates, inflation surges. Raise rates, debt collapses, bond markets are imploding under trillions in debt and leverage. Fiat currencies are losing credibility. This is not 2008. This is systemic failure, but at a much larger scale. 6. What are central banks doing? They are deliberately pouring gasoline and making it worse. Fed to cut interest rates in spite of high inflation. Gov's spending caused debt to cross $37 trillion. UK cutting rates to 4%, pouring gasoline on inflation while debt spirals higher. 7. The hedge. We are now entering stagflation, high inflation, low economic growth, and high unemployment. At such times, you need to hold assets to prevent you from being wiped out in this financial reset. Bitcoin, gold, silver, commodities, real estate. 8. The real wealth transfer, the reset. A parallel financial system is already being built. Ripple, XRP, and the XRPL are the rails designed for real-time global settlement, liquidity, and trust. The exact opposite of the broken bond system. The debt-based system is collapsing under its own weight. Unsustainable yields, inflation, and fiat erosion. Ripple's XRPL offers a new financial architecture, liquidity without leverage, settlement without debt, and trust through transparency, the rails of the next era. 9. Think about it. Instant cross-border settlement. Trillions in liquidity unlocked from idle capital. Transparent ledger versus opaque debt markets. Even Brad Garlinghouse admitted Ripple could capture 14% of Swift's liquidity in 5 years. This isn't theory. It's happening. 10. Don't just own assets. Own your identity in the new financial system. DNA on chain, $XDNA is quietly building the sovereign digital identity layer on XRPL. While governments push surveillance, health, and financial data, DNA Protocol is building a decentralized, private alternative, protecting identity in the new financial order. 11. So ask yourself, bonds are collapsing. Fiat currencies are eroding, central banks are trapped. Do you really think this system survives? While the US is leading in crypto and preparing for a new financial system, many counties are going to go bankrupt. 12. This is not 2008. This is bigger. The collapse of the old system gives the rise of the new rails. Own assets, own sovereignty, or get left behind. You can either hedge your capital or be part of the real wealth transfer in the new system. The choice is yours.